and welcome to another training video brought to you by Spot Training, teaching you to do more anywhere. In today's training video, we're going to be looking over the lunge, and we'll be looking at some of the videos of myself doing a lunge, breaking down the individual components, seeing where I have successes and seeing where I have failures, and embracing those failures so that way I can learn and grow from them. The lunge itself is an overlooked motion by a lot of us, but it is the embodiment of the stride, your ability to walk and run in a strength capacity. Very functional. We utilize the lunging motion all the time. The issue with a lot of our lunges is the motion that we use for the lunge is just walking, and we use that a lot and we use it repeatedly. Myself, I used to be a bartender and a server, so I'd spend 10 to 15 miles walking in short strides. In actuality, it'd be ideal if we hit long strides every once in a while, so that way we can promote a higher range of motion in our hips and our quadriceps. So for a lot of us, lunging is a bit of an issue because of alignment or just because of tension in our feet, tension inside of our hips, tension inside of our glutes, those kinds of things. So let's look at some of these videos and see what's going on with my lunge. You can see right off the bat, I already know that my stability and my strength do not correlate with each other. I went ahead and grabbed myself a foam roller. That way I can make sure to keep myself safe during these motions, okay? And it really helped me out, actually. If you take a look right here, you can see that my hip, my knee, my ankle are pretty good alignment. My hip and my knee in the back are pretty good alignment, and I'm keeping my knees about hip distance apart, which is ideal for a lunge. A tendency that we have is to allow that knee to drop on the inside, maybe allow this knee to flare out to the side. What that's going to do is add impingement to your knee and really not work your stabilization. Instead, you're working towards the dominant end of your leg, whether it's the inside or outside of your thigh. That you like to put most of your weight on. Alright, and right here, as you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit more fatigued as we go along with the workout, and my alignment is paying for it. You can see that that knee is starting to cross in, this knee is starting to cross out, which is due to general fatigue. I am putting all of my weight on the outside of my right thigh into my glute, and allowing my groin to take over on that back thigh, so that way all of my weight is just bearing on that right side rather than maintaining a balance. And this is going to impinge my knee. This is going to teach me improper mechanics, something that you don't want to have over time. How you do your workouts is going to affect how you walk and how you stride, whether or not you're going to be comfortable in different positions. So make sure that you're maintaining balance and alignment during these motions, especially as you start to fatigue. When you just bulldoze through a workout, for the sake of the video, I was bulldozing through my workout. You're going to lose alignment over time. So take your time so that way you can make sure to build on proper mechanics, not just trying to kill yourself until you have six-pack abs. Once again, fatigue sets in and my alignment is a little bit less than ideal. The knee itself, you don't want to go past the toe. You can see right here, it's just a smidge past the toe as I'm aggressively doing this motion. What that's going to do, because this knee is past the toe, you're going to emphasize more of the top of your thigh or the quadriceps. But ideally with the lunge, you're recruiting more of the glute. The further back your knee is, the more weight you're going to put into that glute instead. Okay, because instead of pushing out of my toes and into my knee, I'm pushing into my heel and scooping through my butt. Okay, so this isn't exactly ideal. I was trying to get my heart rate going and powering through it and those kinds of things, but nonetheless, it's something that I want to watch on my alignment in the future, is making sure that I am scooping out of that heel and getting my glute recruited. How you choose to make contact during your workouts is greatly going to affect how your muscles recruit. Granted, in both positions, I'm using both quadriceps and my glutes. In the position where my knee is a little bit further back, I'm going to get a lot more glute recruitment, which is my goal, my personal goal. Okay, right here I'm going into standard step back lunge without all the intensity behind it. I'm uh, going to be emphasizing a lot more of the form and the technique. The intensity was certainly during the first portion of that workout. So let's take a pause on my next lunge right about now. Okay, so a little bit of fatigue is setting in, but nonetheless my knee is right on top of my toe. So not too bad there, okay? I am dropping my hip back a little bit, which is going to throw my back out of alignment. It's not going to, get the kind of support that I'm looking for out of my glutes. So something I'll keep in mind is making sure that I am retracting and contracting my glute, thinking about that glute expanding and thinking about that glute contracting during the motion. What that's going to do is allow me to keep a much more straight spine, but right here you can see that my spine is a little bit further, so not necessarily as ideal because we want to maintain alignment during our workouts so we can maintain them outside of our workouts, right? Alright, thank you guys again for joining me on this training and coaching portion of the lunge. Just to recap, with the lunge itself, you want to be keeping a bunch of 90-degree angles, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips. Excuse me, Poppy. That way you can maintain alignment and get proper glute recruitment. And if you are looking to emphasize more glute recruitment, think about putting your weight in your heel. When you drive that heel down into the floor, it's going to improve the amount of retraction and contraction you get out of that glute. And also, don't be afraid to put a little bit of mentality into it. Think about that glute opening up and closing during each contraction. Okay? If you do have any further questions, feel free to email me at joshua.james.cosidis@gmail.com. Otherwise, until our next training video, I'll see you then.